dear students. Yes, welcome back to Wisdom in online classes. Yes, my dears, in previous class we have discussed about first chapter. Is it? Now we shall move on with the second chapter in your 8th standard. That is microorganisms, friend and foe. Yes, my dears, you might have heard the word what is friend. Is it? You know what is friend. But what about foe? Yes, my dears, friend means the organisms which are very beneficial for us are called as friendly microorganisms. Okay, what is the foe? Yes, foe means the organisms which affect on our health or which makes some critical conditions to our health or any other organisms are called as foe. Let us learn about this in your chapter. In your chapter you come across what are microorganisms and where they are found, how they are very friendly to us and how they are harmful to us. Okay, let us move on to our topic, that is microorganisms. I have written here what and where. Is it? Yes, what is microorganism? Yes, my dear students, you might have seen some of the organisms around you. Is it? That may be an animal, that may be an insect, or that may be some other large animals which are present in a sea. Is it? That is blue whale. That is the large mammal. And some other organisms also there with us, but they cannot be seen through our naked eyes. That cannot be seen through our unaided eyes. Those are called as microorganisms. Okay. Unaided means ear. Aided means that is specialized thing which to be aid means we need some other instruments to see. That is called aided eye. Okay. You just listen here. I said we cannot see through unaided eye. Is it? But which is the instrument we use to see these microorganisms? Yes. That itself is called as microscope. What it is called as? Microscope. That is called as microscope. Just like what? Telescope, you might have heard telescope, is it? That is used to see the distant object which is very far away from us, and it will make some big size. Is it? Means it will modify its size. It will magnify. Is it? Like that. Here also microscope means it is used to see the very smallest things which we cannot see from our eyes. It will magnify the size of those organisms which cannot be seen through our naked eyes. So we are using this microscope to see the microorganisms. Even the human cell is also seen under this microscope, and nowadays we are using electron microscope which is very highly specified to see some microorganisms. Okay, and next one is how these microorganisms are formed. Yes, my dear students, on the earth the first life evolved is seen to be a bacteria. This is also one type of microorganisms, and microorganisms are broadly classified into 4 types. How many types? 4 types. First one is bacteria, second one is fungi, third one is protozoa, and fourth one is algae. Yes, my dear students, these 4 are called as microorganisms, whereas some of the microorganisms live for themselves in a single cell organisms, and some of the microorganisms live together in a group, and those are called multicellular organisms. Multicellular microorganisms. Best example for that is fungi and also algae. We can see the fungi which is produced on a bread piece which is left over for some time in our home. Is it? There will be a black layer which is produced on it, and that itself is called as a fungi. And that also infect the person, and those diseases are also called as fungal diseases. It mostly infect on the skin, so skin effects are mostly caused by fungus, so those are called as fungal infections. Okay. Now, where these are living, where these are found? Yes, my dear students, you know that we acquired all over the world. Means all over the world we see some of the living organisms or human beings. Is it? Like that, in our environment, even in the extreme conditions, just like very hot condition and also very cold conditions, these microorganisms are found. So we can say that microorganisms are found everywhere in the world, wherever it acquires its space. Okay. Next, viruses. Yes, you might have heard this we are all paranoid just because of this virus which is causing infections in nowadays, that is called coronavirus. But my dears, we are not taking that into microorganisms group, is it? Just because it is intermediate between the living organisms and non-living organisms. You all know that nowadays they are giving many informations about coronavirus, and that virus itself is a dead thing. But when it is enters into a parasite body, or when it is enters into host body, it will take its living nature for itself. Is it? Because it's having that capability to reproduce only in a host body, that may be in a plant body, or that may be in a human body, or in a animal body. Okay, so viruses are called as intermediates between the living and non-living organisms. Okay, now we know that these microorganisms may cause health benefits or health disasters. Is it? Health diseases also. So now let us move on to the first thing, that is friendly microorganisms. Is it? Before going to the negative thing, we want to think positively first. So we should go with the positive thing, that is friendly microorganisms. Why these microorganisms are called as friendly microorganisms means they help us in many ways and various ways to live our life. Okay? So these are called as beneficial or friendly microorganisms. Even in our small intestine, even in our body, there will be so many microorganisms which helps for digestion or which helps for health benefits in our body. Just you might have know that when you are getting somewhat heatness in our body, we feel that we are getting irritated. Is it? At that time, if we consult a doctor, they will provide you with some tablets which are just like B complex. Is it? Such B complex are avoided just because of the microorganisms which are present inside our body, and those are very beneficial to maintain the temperature of our body. Okay. Now let us move on to the first one, that is making of curd. Yes, my dear students, you might have observed in your home, whenever she want to make a curd, whenever your mother want to make a curd in your home, what she will do? Yes, she will take a bowl of milk, or milk which is left over the night, and she will heat it for some while. Not completely she is eating it, just she heat it for some while and adding some amount of curd to it, and keep it aside without disturbing over the night. At the morning, if you open that and see, yes, you will be surprised that the milk has converted into curd. Is it? How it happens? Yes, it happens just because of microorganism which is acting in a milk. Okay, that is lactobacillus. This is the bacteria which is present in a milk, lactobacillus, and that helps in the formation of a curd. How? Why your mother is heating somewhat? Yes, just because this lactobacillus can act on a milk, or can act by itself in a somewhat warm condition. Okay, not in a cold conditions, in a warm conditions it will act, and it will go on reproducing by itself. So, your mother is heating the milk for some while. You might have observed in your home that in a cold climatic condition, just like in winter or in rainy season, the milk will not convert into curd easily. Is it? It takes somewhat lot of time, just because the bacteria cannot reproduce, cannot make their actions in the condition. So our mother is having well knowledge about this science, so she is warming the milk for some while before adding curd to it. Okay. Next one is commercial use. Commercial use of microorganisms. Yes, my dear students, you might have heard that you can prepare, or you might have seen some videos in YouTube that you can prepare wine in your home itself just by having some of the fruits which are available around us. Is it? How is it possible? And which type of microorganisms are acting on fruits or cereals which is left over, and how they are preparing the wine? Yes, my dear students, that is yeast. Okay, the microorganism which converts the sugar contents into alcoholic form or into wine form, it is nothing but a yeast, and it is used in the formation of wines. Okay, that yeast is used in the formation of a wines, and this yeast is nothing but it is a fungi, which is very familiar to us. We all going outside of our home to eat something which is very delicious, is it? That is nothing but your bakery items. Those are very delicious just because they will get puffed, okay, just by the action of yeast. They are adding some amount of yeast powder to it. By that, they will get puffed. So they are very they taste very delicious, is it? So here also in the formation of wines, they are using the yeast. What they will do is they will take some leftover cereals or some wheat and some other things, and also some amount of fruits. They will add the yeast to it, and they grow the yeast for themselves in the factories just because of this commercial use. And the process which is involved in the formation of alcohol or wines is called as fermentation. That is called as fermentation. It converts the sugar which is present inside the fruits into a alcoholic or wine form. That itself is called as fermentation. By the process of fermentation, in the commercial industries, in wine industries or in wine factories, they will prepare the wine in a large scale and they will market it into our market. Okay. Next one is medicinal use. Yes, these are microorganisms. Nowadays we know that they are causing some infections to us, is it? But how these are converted into medicinal use? How these are beneficial by the medicinal purpose? Is it? How these are beneficial? Yes, my dear students, you might have come across this word and you are very familiar with this. Antibodies or antibiotics. Is it? Whenever we come across bacterial infection, then when we consult a doctor, they will provide you with some of the medicine, just like azithromycin and some other things. In that, they will provide antibiotic. Okay, antibiotic means these are the antibiotic medicines which are prepared by hopefully killed or dead microorganisms, that is dead bacteria. Okay. By that, they will prepare the medicine which will produce antibodies in our body by acting on by acting inside our body. Those are called as antibiotics, and they will in turn they will help in production of antibodies inside our body, which will fight against the infected bacteria by itself. Okay. So, and these are formed by bacteria and fungi, by using the bacteria and fungi, combination of bacteria and fungi, which leads to the formation of antibiotics. Okay, leads to the formation of antibiotics. By those antibiotics, we will increase our immunity power to kill the bacteria or infection causing microorganisms which have been entered into our body. Okay, next one is vaccine. Yes, my dear students, you also familiar with this word vaccine, just because nowadays coronavirus is acting on some of all of others. Is it? Means it is giving its worth to everybody. Means how it works means it is just a communicable disease. All of you know that when an infected person contact with some other person, it will be transferred to him. Is it? That itself is called as communicable disease. When we come across such situations for communicable diseases, at that time the scientist will invent a new medicine which is called vaccine. Okay, which is called vaccine. And what is a vaccine? Yes, vaccine is nothing but they are injecting the same disease causing organism into our body, but that is a dead or a hopefully killed. Okay, that is not active, that is dead or hopefully killed microorganisms which have been injected to a healthy person's body. At that time, what happens means inside our body the antibodies will be producing. Is it? Those antibodies will act on a microorganism which is injected inside our body, that is a dead or killed or hopefully killed. Okay, and that will cure a disease which is caused by the organism. And one more thing, very special thing in our antibodies is that will remember that foreign particle that will remember the foreign body which have entered into our body, and it will fight against that forever in our life. So we go with the vaccines, not for as antibiotics. And these vaccines are very helpful to eradicate smallpox as well as polio virus. You all know that smallpox nowadays has been eradicated from many countries, is it? Just because of the vaccine which have been produced by our scientists, and that has been injected to infant babies while they are in months, okay, that is infants. At that time only they are injecting these vaccines to the body, and at that time itself the antibodies which are produced inside an infant will kill the some other microorganisms which are causing smallpox, okay. And also polio virus, you know that polio is also caused just because of virus, and they have found out the vaccine for that. Nowadays that polio abhiyana is going on all over India, and by that process they will eradicate the polio also by putting the vaccines to the children who are under the age of 8 years, okay. Next one is increasing soil fertility. Yes, my dear students, you might have already known that some of the organisms, so we call them as farmers friendly organisms, is it? And in your 6th or 7th standard you might have heard about some of the bacteria which are helps in the nitrogen fixation in the nature by itself, is it? Those are called as rhizobium bacteria. Those are called as rhizobium bacteria. So RHI, that is rhizobium bacteria, and these rhizobium bacteria are present in the roots of a plant, and they will take the shelter and food from the plant. In turn they will give the nitrogen to the plant. For the healthy growth of a plant they need nitrogen, and that nitrogen will be produced by these rhizobium bacteria, okay. That helps in the nitrogen fixation in the soil. And how these microorganisms are helpful for soil fertility means they will kill or destroy or decay the dead and decaying organisms which are present inside the soil, and they convert that into fertilizer, okay. They convert that into a fertile soil. So these are very helpful for increasing the soil fertility. Yes, my dear students, now you come across one question, that is how these microorganisms are foe to us, means very harmful to us. Yes, my dear students, in next class we will learn about how these microorganisms are harmful and how they are causing infections to a human body or some other animals or plants, okay. Yes, my dear students, in this class we have learnt about what are microorganisms and where these microorganisms are present, and what are the classifications of microorganisms, and why we are not classifying the virus under microorganism, and friendly microorganisms, and how these microorganisms helps in our daily life, okay. Thank you.